You are listening to It's an Honor to Be Nominated, a film news podcast bringing you the latest and greatest in entertainment. If there is a film you would like to hear us discuss, send us an email at itsanhonourtobenominated@gmail.com with the film title in the subject line. That's It's an Honor to Be Nominated, honor with the U.
It's an honor just to be nominated.
We're back with another episode of It's an Honor to Be Nominated, the only show that's going to bring you the real truth about the film industry. How we doing today, people? And before you answer that, remember that I'm Matthew E. Matthews.
Before I answer that, I will tell you that I am Reese McCain, but I'm doing good.
Before I answer that, I'll let you know that I'm Jane Frasier.
From the Frasier series?
Absolutely fucking not, Matthew. If you say it again, I will slap your little head.
You get that a lot, huh?
So much.
And before I answer that, I'm Imogen Behan-Willet.
So, what was it like on set?
Oh, Matt.
Of Frasier.
Matt, I can see that she's clenching and unclenching underneath the table.
My anus is so tight.
I was just doing with a hand.
It's very visible as well.
I was wondering what that noise was.
It audibly tightens when people mention that fucking show.
You know, I just thought it might have been a faraway sea vessel, and just its old metal groaning against the wind as the waves lapped at it. That's what it sounds like to me.
Tell you what, something's lapping at my anus, but it ain't the sea, that's for sure.
Elaborate.
Can't legally say on the podcast, but I do. I do have a sweating problem. When I get angry, it gets exacerbated. I'm moist.
And you can't legally say because, of course, you're currently in a lawsuit
Yes.
with a brand
Of wet wipe.
Wet wipe
One
that
of
will
the
not be named. Will not be named.
Will not be fucking named, no.
Yeah, but like if you just go on ABC News, you know they have those those follow it live story updaters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have that going on for your court case. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, they do. It's minute by minute, and people Q&A. And I can bring it up, and I can say
A lot of 3 water droplet reacts. You know how they let you
yeah.
react to those live threads?
Can you do a live Google?
You get a lot of the
I'm
3
looking
water
up there, so-
droplets.
Did we have
They have,
did we have an AMA for the?
Oh no, so it's like the ABC
On the
live.
ABC. Have you seen the new redesign? It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Wow,
It's great.
$800,000 only.
$800,000.
That's pretty cheap if you
Wow.
consider just my real thoughts about the ABC redesign. Listen, I think it's bringing social media to our public broadcaster, which we don't need. But $800,000 is cheaper than I thought because 8 developers for 1 year. That's pretty much you got it there.
True.
Yeah, so.
But so the ABC live article updates will have Q&As with people.
Yeah.
The journalists will answer questions, and I got some of them up about people asking questions about your butthole wet wipe case. They said, how did she go through so many? Was one of them. Someone said, we assume medical problems. One of them says, but like she says you actually cause a lot of people to slip in the Westfield Carindale because of your sweat.
There is a countersuit happening. Yeah.
But those 2 court cases are independent of each other, I understand.
And to people saying that we cynically had Jane Frasier on the show to drum up engagement because she's sort of a hot news item right now, that's wrong. We're here to talk about movies, and Jane Frasier has one of the premier... she was a movie journalist, just like we all are, and
Absolutely.
your blog on movies is... it's a very unique viewpoint.
Yeah, well, it's called Wet Film.
Yep. I know.
We know.
God, I can never forget. I read your most recent article, and I thought it was so just inspiring. Can you talk more about that film? I think it was called My Mother, the Clown.
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful film. That's a really lovely film. What I look at on Wet Film is I look at how moist and actor gets, because I think that the moister the actor, the more emotional the performance, the more authentic the performance.
And I was not convinced of this until I saw your Oscar Academy Award winners in review post, where if you look through it, the best actor winners of the past 50 years, the majority of them are moist, very moist.
So moist. I actually heard, that, so the lead in My Mother the Clown, the beautiful film, won that award, won the best cinematography award.
And the lead was Sandra Bullock, right?
It was Sandra Bullock, technically, but she's a bitch. So
slimy woman, a slimy
very
woman.
slimy.
That's right.
But
In your blog
also-
post, you say that it's actually Julia...
Von Gust.
Von Gust, yeah.
Julia Von Gust.
Even though it is Sandra Bullock. But just for the purpose of this discussion, we'll call her Julia Von Gust because you think, and this is your opinion, that Sandra Bullock is a bitch.
Do you disagree? Do you disagree, Reese?
I don't have as powerful lawyers on retainer, so I'm going to disagree with that. Yeah, I'm gonna say,
Matthew,
in fact, no
have you
comment.
met
I
her?
think she's lovely.
Have you met her?
I have. We did a small art course together.
Yeah.
We explored a lot of deep emotional places
Yeah.
and how we can express that through watercolors and wood chimes.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So from my understanding of Sandra Bullock, it's she's working with the best that she's got. We can't all have these fantastic lifestyles that lead us to not be a bitch sometimes.
But I remember you going to that art course, Matthew, and
Yes.
if you'd allow me to tell the story on your behalf, you did say that an unnamed person, you did not name the person, but you said another person in the art class threw a whole glass of paint water at your willy.
That was me. That was me.
I thought that was Sandra Bullock.
No, that was me the whole time.
I've
what-
been doing my best to protect you from the choices you made that day. I know you were in a dark place.
Yeah, thank
I
you
take
so
it all
much.
back about Sandy. She's bloody lovely. Imogen, how could you?
I was in a bad place. I was deep in microtransactions for various different dress-up games. This is back when the Keep Up the Kardashian mobile game was huge.
Yeah.
And, I was all in on that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And look, I think that I shouldn't have said, pass me that cup, please, while you were in the middle of your process.
I was in the flow state. Yeah.
You were in the flow state and you you flowed that cup of water right at my dick, as it turns out. But hey.
And, it's... While I do regret throwing that jar of watercolor water at your penis, another part of me, and a very real part of me, regrets not hitting it. Because I like to succeed in life. And knowing that your dick remains unshattered, obviously it's not a big part, but it does gnaw at me.
Well, I mean, it's not unscathed from the event.
Oh my
the
God,
shards,
really?
Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness, Imogen, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, honestly, that is such a win for me.
That's amazing. I'm so happy for you, Imogen.
Really?
Yeah, I had to have multiple
Wow.
stitches from just...
Imogen,
Wow,
that's amazing.
that's
good.
beautiful.
Thank you.
You know what you
Thank
should
you
do?
so
You should
much.
go home tonight, draw
Mhm.
yourself a nice warm bath and put on your comfort movie. What's
Yeah.
that comfort movie that you like
Oh my
watching?
God, I love. When will if 100 Days of Solemn is
Go on.
out.
Yeah, usually it's very... most people at the local blockbusters
Yeah.
have rented... It's
I'm on a waiting
if you
list.
find a blockbuster now, it is mostly just 100 Days of Sodom, but all already rented out.
Yeah, it's devastating.
My comfort movie would be Upsy Bugsy the Bear.
Yes.
So many chocolate bars in unwanted places in that film.
Yeah. Or because Bugsy the Bear loves putting them in car exhausts. He doesn't understand the implications of what he's doing. He just loves the taste of sweet melted chocolate. And
it's a wild bear following their natural instincts.
Yeah.
If you like bring them into like a small home in Middletown, America, and you give them a bunch of chocolate bars because it's just been Halloween and you thought it was a small child who was dressed up in a convincing bear costume that was lost, and you invited them into your house.
You're going to die of carbon monoxide poisoning the next time.
It's just a fact.
That plot
Tale
twist,
as
though.
old as time.
That plot twist, Reese. What did you think? Did it get you?
I was blindsided.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Mars bars had caramel in them.
Yeah.
Who
What
did?
was that about?
I thought it was 100% nugget.
Yeah.
Just 100% nugget.
Yeah.
You thought it was chicken or...
Reese, will you stop patronising me on the podcast?
Oh, Breeze, she's sweating again. She's sweating. I can see it.
I can see it, yeah. It's so visible.
Whoa.
I don't know why it's so visible.
I'm very stressed. Love a bit of nugget.
But yeah, but like, and that was such a vital plot point, but it
Mm.
also set the scene for Robert Downey Jr.'s
Yes.
Yeah.
incredible comedic sort of silent film era-esque physical comedy set piece, which
Yeah.
I mean, that was funny.
That was funny.
funny.
That was funny.
The way he kicked that duck,
Yeah,
So
right
funny.
in the dick.
right
Right
in
in the dick.
right in the corkscrew dick.
I was in the recovery ward
That would've been hard.
at the
Rough.
Logan Hospital.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh at the time. I did laugh a few weeks later.
But Imogen,
All
can I
the
just say
stitches.
congratulations that you not only had physical impact on Matt's life, but you also had really long-term psychological and emotional impacts. I mean, that must feel so good for you.
It really does. It really, I mean, it feels so good. This has really been weighing on me. Like, oh no,
I can't
tried.
imagine what you've gone through, Imogen.
Thank you so much.
You're
I've-
so brave.
Thank you.
I've had to speak to therapists, and I say,
blah,
Boring.
blah.
Matt, I'm so sorry, but I actually can't understand anything that you're saying.
I speak to therapists. I come to them.
What? What?
I come to them
Blah.
crying, saying that
Is anyone else getting
I
anything?
can't
I'm
hear
hearing a lot of
anything that you're
wow,
saying.
wow,
That's
wow.
what I'm hearing, yeah.
I have such a deep emotional trauma in me. And they say, look, we've got this really nice watercolor course that you can take. And
Cycle continues. Because not me this time, but I saw another woman held a jar of watercolor water at your penis, and I think actually that was Sandra Bullock. Oh my god! Oh, I
We
feel
solved
so silly.
it. She is
a bitch. It makes sense.
You know
Oh,
what
it makes sense.
though? I actually really loved her in her last movie. Don't tell her that.
She actually saved my life 3 times.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess, maybe I shouldn't be insinuating that she's a bitch on a
Oh,
podcast.
she's got rough lawyers as
Maybe-
well.
We're being pretty harsh.
I am not upset at Sandra Bullock for what she's done.
Really.
She's in a dark place.
Well, I'm legally obligated to say that I'm not
Ah.
upset
Mm.
at Sandra Bullock for the things that she's done.
I
And
actually think she's an amazing human.
I don't find it weird that her lawyers have demanded that I defend her publicly whenever she gets brought up. I don't think that that's an unfair decision for them
Actually,
to make.
I have a phone number here. How much damage would you say that she did to you when she threw...
I'm obligated to say negative $1,000 worth of damage.
Oh, okay. I won't call her to congratulate her, though. She must be pretty upset about that.
Mm.
I can't imagine why. Her lawyers have been very strict to me about what I can and can't say about her. Lovely hair.
Beautiful hair. Just like...
Her hair in that latest movie. You were just talking about it.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
She put pubes on her head.
That's the name of the movie, and I loved it. She put pubes on her head.
It was a beautiful film.
It's a timeless romance. But we really should get into the awards for this episode.
Such
Yeah.
an exciting award ceremony this week.
Yeah, why don't you let us know who introduced us to this? Because you have a particular relationship with these
I do.
awards.
This is Queensland Fishing Monthly.
Oh, I
Yeah.
read that.
Yeah.
Because similarly wet.
It's yeah. Yeah.
And that's what they celebrate fish.
They do. They celebrate.
They celebrate fish. They also celebrate long movies because those fishing trips, they get long. And you need something on your iPad to fill the time.
Broad-brimmed hats.
It is an interesting hobby in that you need a second hobby to just sustain yourself from the first hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really champion those films that you watch, but you also scroll on TikTok on your phone at the same time as watching them.
Yeah, so it's actually 3 things that you're doing. You're fishing, you're watching the movie, and then you're also watching individual reels and or TikToks.
And they know that that's what the people want. And they're prepared to put the work to bring that to people.
They actually are the first magazine or periodical at all to have embedded screens in every page that play Subway Surfer gameplay.
Yeah. And the bottom half, of course, is a Family Guy comic as well, just in case.
And the category?
Oh, the category is wow. That's a big fish.
Really competitive field.
Super competitive.
It has been tough in the last couple of years to get new fish into the industry with how much the industry is chasing them. And
because the thing with this award is that once someone's seen that big fish, they're not likely to vote for it in future years because they're like, I know how big that one is.
I've seen that.
I'm not going to say wow. There's an inherent element of surprise to this award.
It's got to be new.
It's got to be new.
Yes, because...
Which is why I think... this might be a bold take, but I think this is one of the most exciting awards in film.
It is.
Full stop.
I'd agree.
I think that this is going to be, in terms of what people are looking for and following, this is going to be bigger than Best Picture at the Oscars.
That is the point of the hobby. You spend so much time investing yourself into other hobbies to sustain yourself for how boring this is until that one moment where the one interesting thing happens.
And you just go, wow.
You go, wow.
Wow.
That's
a big fish.
First movie.
Let's take a look.
This one, a really great movie. A surprise sleeper hit, I think. The smallest hamster goes to Starland.
Oh, please, mister, won't you let me in the gate? I've got a big meeting with Mayor Dogboy.
Well, Mayor Dogboy, sure, step this way, laddie.
Oh, that was easy. Great.
Yes.
Do you need to see my papers?
Well, here at Spaceland, we don't think to...
Wait a minute. Spaceland? Damn it. I need to get to Starland.
No, this is Spaceland.
Oh, no.
This is the Spaceland where you get in really easily. You want to get into Starland?
Uh-huh.
And you've brought what with you? Papers?
Yes, papers.
A dissertation or just
Yes, a dissertation on the migrating habits of woodland louse.
And have you got, a political endorsement from any local civil leaders?
No, I only have contraband.
Oh,
2 kilograms of cocaine and 30 AK-47s.
Well, that can get you a lot of political sway, but you're going to have to go to someone else.
Please, sir, I'm just the littlest hamster there ever was.
I can let you into Spaceland.
Hey, why don't we cut this nonsense? You don't want to work for the Spaceland bourgeoisie, and I don't want to be trading drugs and weapons anymore. I want to go out into those green fields over there and play a little croquet. Isn't that what you want, Mr. Guard, sir?
I've never really thought about that before.
What do you really want?
What I really want is to not live in fear.
Can I interest you in an AK-47?
An AK-47.
Wow. That was a great film.
Very strong pro-gun message in that film.
And I guess that's the fish.
That is the fish.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
If you think about it, are we all the fish?
Aren't we the fish right now?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the second nomination.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real competition.
It is a real competition.
This is a personal favourite of mine. And we all remember where we were when we first saw this.
Oh, yeah.
In the cinema, probably.
That's where I was.
This is Blue Boys Ballroom.
Oh, yeah. I remember where I was. It was a movie theater, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a screen.
Seats, popcorn.
I want to dance.
Darling.
I want to dance with you.
Darling, are you sure you can handle all of this?
I want to dance tonight with you.
Darling, we have done this before.
I want to dance, baby. I want to dance.
Bruno, you know I am married now. I cannot be cavorting with your cerulean ways. I was going to say blue, but I thought of a fancier word.
But you know I'm blue for you. I got the blue heart. I got the blue mind. I got the blue balls.
Bruno, you don't understand. Things have changed from back when we were young. Spring chickens in our mid-40s. I own several extremely expensive tropical fish aquariums now, Bruno.
Not the fish.
I have no longer any disposable income. I spend my whole time checking the water temperature and seeing the salinity levels. I cannot have wild, passionate sex with you behind a punch bowl.
What if I give you a fish? A very rare fish?
Is it your penis? Was it your penis?
Damn it. It's my penis.
Excuse me, mate. I'm just here from Energex. You haven't been paying your bills. I'm here to shut off the energy.
I have all my friends here for my great ballroom party and my many fish.
Yeah, all these tanks with the temperature control. That's gonna be a real problem. Do you have some backup generators or something?
No.
There's not much I can do unless you pay your bills. I'm
Bruno,
afraid.
you must help me now.
Hey, guys, I hope this isn't a bad time for you. I'm from the council. We are going to have to repossess all the water. You haven't been paying any water bills lately.
And you're repossessing water.
Have you seen how much water there is to go around for the world at the moment?
Wait, are you going to... What about the water that I have been drinking?
Is that... could you, sweat it out? I can collect it in a little cup.
Hey, it's me, God. I hope this isn't a bad time, but you guys have been using up a lot of my air in ways that I don't think serve me in particular, so I'm going to have to take that back. If that's okay. It's all the air in this building.
I have my fish, God. They need air in the water.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you've made the fish sort of a false god that you worship in place of me, and every breath that you've spent giving praise to these fish, I'm going to need that back.
Hey, it's me. I'm a cosmic force. I really don't appreciate the way that you've been holding together the bonds between your atoms. I'm just going to be removing all forces from the universe.
But my fish need the atoms to be held together.
No, I didn't say the fish couldn't have theirs. They're pretty cool.
I think we should dance.
Wow, beautiful. It's so rare that you see a film so dripping with metaphor.
Yeah.
But it's not beating your head.
No.
It's not going
to
explain to you what's going on. It's just there and we can see
there,
it raw.
and I'm sure the characters enter and introduce themselves by what they are and who they are. But that's all part of, I think, the sort of artistic view of this director. Who was the director again?
It was
Roach,
yeah.
Yeah.
Crabby Roach.
Yeah.
Crabby Roach.
We used to date back in the 80s.
Did you?
Used to what?
Me and Crabby Roach.
I can see that.
Used to what, sir?
We used to date.
I did find a little bit confusing. I don't know if you saw, but early on in that piece, a red herring came in and didn't really do anything and just sort of came out again. And I didn't really follow what was going on with that.
I've been analyzing that for a few months now. I'm sure it means something. I don't know what. Everyone's looking at me.
You've got your computers running simulations to help you calculate.
Yeah, I'm trying to run every possible scenario. I've created a simulation that is indistinguishable from real life, and in that simulation, a version of me has created another simulation, and it's many layers deep. We still haven't gotten to the bottom of what that damn fish was about.
I mean, what's this about for you, though? It feels like it's about something other than just
feels
the fish.
like you feel deeply about this film, Reese.
Yeah.
Do you want to extrapolate?
Is this about your haircut?
This isn't. I'm confident in my haircut. And listen, are there some simulations in which I made a different choice and didn't listen to the barber who insisted that I would look good with a what's it called? You know,
Skrillex.
Yeah, with a Skrillex.
With a
type
Skrillex,
cut.
Oh.
yeah.
That's not the name of it though. I was
No,
thinking
the name of the haircut's the Skrillex.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
After Skrillex.
Yeah. The artist.
Yeah, we
The
used to
music
date
artist.
back in
The
the
DJ.
days.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Similar crowds, I guess.
Yeah,
Skrillex
like
and
Roach, Krabby Roach, yeah.
Krabby Roach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard he's a loud snorer.
Krabby or Skrillex?
I don't let him sleep over.
You didn't let him?
I don't let any of them.
You don't let anyone sleep
No,
over.
I don't let any of
She's
them.
notoriously
No.
private
Notoriously private.
about
They
her
sleep-
sheets.
They sleep in the. We have sex in the bath. They can sleep in the upright shower. I might want to have a bath later, or they can go home. I don't really mind.
Because what happened? What happened with your sheets that made you so fearful
This is so
of letting love in?
It's actually a really vulnerable story. God, I guess I gotta tell it sometime. When I was 8, one of my sheets tangled around my foot, and I thought briefly that it might have been like a snake or a tree root. And ever since then, I can't let anyone see the sheets because they're gonna think I'm so dumb that I thought it because they're white. They're not even the color of a snake or a tree root. I guess some snakes are white.
If I had gone bangs, I wouldn't have to be here anymore.
Yeah, I can see that in the Excel spreadsheet. That's
If I had gone bangs, I would be rich as hell.
yeah.
I wouldn't have to work another day of my life.
But the next movie, for this category, the biggest fish. This one is a great movie of an actor whose name, if you know trouble pronouncing, Steve Buscemi. Big Adventure.
Hey everyone, it's me, Steve Buscemi. Check out this big fish I've caught. What a ripper!
It's so
It's such a
interesting how they really
great-
broke
Yeah.
down what Steve Buscemi represents in modern society.
Because we're all him. We're all Steve.
We're all
like
Steve.
we just
I agree.
all.
I absolutely agree.
We all have him inside us.
If you think,
And since we've got you here, Jane, what's your thoughts on the wetness of those 3 films that we saw? Just before we go to the clip on who won.
Well-
yeah, I mean, look, if we're wet rating,
Yeah,
Which-
please.
yeah.
WR.
So to give each film the wet rating, the first one
And
we
what's the
started off
WR
with
is?
was the hamster.
Yeah.
Now hamsters don't sweat notoriously, so that actually gets 0 wets.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. But,
Yeah.
Did you actually watch it, or did you?
I know I had to. I'm a film journalist. I had to.
That shows so much integrity.
But that's got 0 wets
Wow.
out of
I've
moist.
never seen a movie get 0 wets.
Most of the ones that get 0 wets get immediately banned.
Yeah.
Taken
what
out of
happens.
distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in comparison, Blue Boys Ballroom, very wet sport. Ballroom dancing is notoriously wet, which is why they wear long sleeves.
Did you find it challenging when the water got repossessed during the film?
In some ways, it was a relief because there can
Wow.
be too much wet.
Oh
Wow.
So in that case, I'd give it 100 wets.
If everything wet, then if everything if everything wet, nothing wet.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
actually
it's
I
so true.
trademarked that phrase, Reese.
I'm quoting you.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
everything wet,
From
nothing
your
wet.
review of Finding Dory.
Exactly.
And that book you wrote about damp.
Wet. Yeah.
Yeah, how to treat damp in your house.
Well, if everything wet, nothing wet. So if you have a lot of damp, it's not damp.
That's right. I've got my apartment, as you can see, is soggy as hell.
But it's not.
But it's not.
It's not.
Exactly. That's the great thing.
Yeah.
It's set up to look like a swamp,
Mm.
but it'll surprise you.
And I would say that Steve Buscemi's Big Adventure, Steve is just a dry
Really?
man. Have you ever met him?
I haven't met him, but I mean, he saved my life 3 times, but
Yeah.
I think of him as wet. I don't know why that is.
No, it's
Well, it's because I've sent you all those watercolors that he did and donated to me.
That's
Yeah.
I shared them with you. So he portrays himself as very wet.
he gives
in his
wet. But
in
he
his
takes
personal,
dry.
in his
Takes
personal.
dry.
story.
Why did he have to leave that watercolor class?
Someone did kick him in both of the eyeballs at once.
Was
Oh.
it Sandra Bullock?
No, it was Imogen when she was mad that my.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that your
I'm so
scrotum
sorry to
was still
Sandra.
intact.
Well, from her personal perspective, she was so mad that she didn't
Mm.
stop to see like the scatter effect of the glass,
Mm.
and then too busy kicking Steve Buscemi in both eyeballs at once
Wow.
to notice. But
Like an enraged donkey.
like an enraged, high flexibility, tall jumping donkey.
Mm.
We're going to cut to the announcers of Queensland Fishing Awards, and they're going to nominate the winner.
Go on.
Yep.
Oh, lost it.
Uh,
Well, may as well
uh,
read out the winner there. And yep. The winner is
Yep.
big surprise.
Yep.
Blue Boys Ballroom.
Oh.
Congratulations.
No, I didn't get anything, mate.
What, did you get one?
Oh, no, mate. I thought I did.
All right. Guess we're ordering in tonight.
Yeah. Hello. I am here with Matt Costa, who played the part of Bruno. Miguel.
Hello. I am very excited to win this award
Mm.
because I feel a great connection with you.
Miguel.
I feel a great connection. And I want to thank you, Christine, for touching me in my soul. Like the touch of a little baby mouse
Yes.
deep in my soul,
Yes.
so that this film could touch you,
Oh,
the audience, and your
Miguel.
little souls.
Miguel.
We're going to have to cut it there because after that they do make love.
Yeah.
I don't think we can broadcast that.
Beautiful
Very-
lovemaking, though.
Very
Oh,
moist.
it's
Very
gorgeous.
moist love
It
making.
made me actually interested in having sex.
Yeah, which is
Oh.
a win for you,
I've
Reese.
I've never tried it.
Yeah. Lots of your simulated Reese's, sub-Reese's.
And it goes
have-
badly for them.
Even
If
the
I check
Bangs
this-
one?
No.
No, bangs, it goes well for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bangs
Bangs,
is
bangs.
what they say down in that
Mm.
simulation. What a crazy little simulation that is.
This crazy little world we call simulation.
Fantastic. It is an honor to be nominated. I am Matthew E. Matthews. Do we have anything that we want to say, plug, do, see, go to, be at?
I am Imogen Behan-Willet. You can find me at Behan-Willet on Instagram. I also do a sketch show with Reese and Georgia called Book Club. You can follow us on the socials. Mwah.
I'm Reese McCain. You may have heard of me if you've listened to any episodes of this podcast so far. And you can find me at Reese Makes Things on all various locations, including reesemakesthings.com, weirdly.
What a crazy sight.
Mm.
And I'm Jane Fraser. Not to be confused with the television show Frasier, played by the wonderful, relatively dry Georgia McLean.
Was it
Yeah,
was it
what a
hard for
great
you on
production.
set when the dog died?
I will kill you. I will.
I'm so sorry about him. Jane Fraser, would you like to share, since you're our special guest today,
I'd love to.
your favorite quote from a
Mm.
movie?
Yeah. Oh, this is one that got me out of a really tough time with my yeast.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
yeast.
We've all been there.
That's
We've all
I-
been there.
Can't get the
ABC.
bread to rise on
As
its
a s-
own.
Mm.
This is from Lord of the Swings, and my favourite line is when Patrick McSwayze
Yes.
is looking up at the sky,
Yeah.
and he's got a rather red nose, the clown nose that he's wearing, and he says, "God damn it, Mum, I just wanted mince."
That was so beautiful.
Yeah. I remember writing that in my high school yearbook.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
let's just say it. Anyway, this is John.
Keep it in. Keep it in the podcast.
What was I actually
But Imogen,
about buttholes? Before we got to
Yeah, we were talking about the live
He was like,
Oh, yeah.
ABC news
Yeah.
thread.
let me
So
just check the clock on how quickly we got to buttholes. Wow.
It was very fast.
I actually said anus, and that's a different thing.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a different-
scientific anatomical term.
Well, as always, I have been.
Wait, we need to do
we need to do the
winners.
Okay,
Yeah,
and-
we're still recording, baby.
my house.